Mahlako, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Just give us a quick update about what's happening there.
Well, indeed, good morning to you, Simpiwe. You are quite correct. We are here in Tsakane, not so far from our colleague Mbali Mthethwa. I just heard her also just, speaking about the shutdown of school in that particular area. Also here, which is not that far from Gauteng, in Tsakane, schools here, there are no schools today because schools have been shut down by a group of learners that are saying that they're seeking justice for this particular learner that we are hearing, but we are waiting for the MEC who's currently inside the school to get a briefing from educators here, I suppose, as well as the SMT, the school management team, to tell him exactly what transpired. We're told that, there are allegations of assault. But let me maybe just bring in education spokesperson in the province, Mr. Steve Mabona. Maybe he can give us a little bit of light as to, so far, what is it that you have heard, Mr. Mabona, that led the delegation of head office to come here and find out what happened?
Look, we are not sure. That's why MEC decided to come to the school, just to understand on what might have transpired, circumstances surrounding this incident. And he will then be in a position to give us more details. But what we are concerned about is the shutting down of schooling in the area. I heard you saying it's learners. It's not even learners. It's adults who are masquerading under the disguise that they are learners. They are not learners. They are adults who must be told that they don't need to be selfish, because we come a long way where learners were, rotating. We lost so much curriculum time. MEC will tell you, and the minister, that we lost actually 3 years. So for us to recover the curriculum time lost, we really need to be in the classroom. I mean, learners were taken out of the classroom. They're just loitering around now, doing nothing. We think that is really unfair.
Also, maybe, Mr. Mabona, let's bring it back. I do see that there are police people here. There is a video that's making the rounds on social media as well as in Tsakane, where you see what looks like two men and the learner underneath, and there's a tussle of sorts that goes on there. Were you able to establish, are there investigations that police are, are there any investigations that police are undertaking to, suppose, get to the bottom of this?
Well, we understand that the police have opened a case on this matter. We will leave it to them to investigate and guide them. We will always give police space to do their work, and when they are ready to communicate on this matter, they will be in a position to do that. But for us, we then had to interact with the school, get from them on what transpired. And we've seen the video, but then we are still now understanding. I mean, MEC is inside now, trying to understand on what transpired, and he should be in a position to give us more details after that meeting, because there's so many things that have already been put on the table. I was part of that meeting, so I know. And there will be then a way forward on how we're going to be managing this matter. But it's actually important for us to go to the family, just to convey our condolences. From here, we'll be then going to the family.
Are you able to perhaps shed light onto what type of case has been opened by the police?
No, we normally don't want to enter that space. It is for them to confirm if there's a case and then what kind of a case that they are investigating. We need to respect that. It's our our counterparts. We work with them. They are our partners in all our schools in the country, in the province. So we need to respect that.
Thank you so much. Simpiwe, you've heard there Mr. Steve Mabona just telling us that, there are various issues that have been brought up on the table in terms of what exactly is it that transpired here. But we are awaiting that briefing by Panyaza Lesufi just to give us an idea as to what exactly did he get in terms of the briefing. And I suppose we'll also have to speak to SABC to find out, where are the investigations at, what type of case has been opened. But also I think, Simpiwe, just before I let you go, quite interesting that where Mbali is at and where we are at, this would fall under I think Gauteng East, if I'm not if I'm not wrong in terms of the district. But this is the lowest performing district in terms of matric results in the year 2021. We heard there, I know this because we also heard Panyaza Lesufi saying when he was at the Birchwood there, during the Gauteng prize giving in terms of the results, the NSC results in the province, saying that this was the lowest performing district, but he had attributed this to days like like this, and what Mbali is saying that parents need to learn that when they are unhappy, they should not interfere with the day-to-day schooling that continues. So it will be quite interesting to see, will we continue to see trends like this where schools are shut down? But in terms of what happened here, I think why we are here specifically in Tsakane today, we will await that briefing by the MEC, by MEC Lesufi. He has been in that staff room for a bit. Well, hopefully he will come out in the next few minutes. Back to you in studio, Simpiwe.
All right, Mahlako, as we await that briefing from the MEC, I'm going to have to let you go. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll touch base with you a little later. Mahlako Komane there is out in Tsakane Secondary School, and we await that briefing by Gauteng Education MEC Panyaza Lesufi.